Answer it.
I don't know who that is.
Answer it.
I don't know who it is. It's a bad number.
Answer it.
Pick up the phone.
Hello? No, sorry.
Live
Dude,
wet
fuck
girls. We're dying to talk to you. And it's for adults only.
If it's some Hindu guy, I don't want it. A Hindu woman.
This is Rajesh from Microsoft, and your IP address is expiring, sir.
Hello.
Credit card?
Would you like me to suck you off for money on the phone? Not really, Rajiv. No thanks.
Did you see that shit that I posted earlier this week that says your cyborg name is your mother's maiden name and the last 4 digits of your social security number?
Ooh,
it's
wow.
It's just like, I'm like, post this. Let's see how many stupid people that you got in your friends list, you know?
Well, my mother's maiden name is Crumb.
Crumb. For Crumb!
Crumb!
It sounds like a Conan.
Yeah.
Conan villain.
Crumb.
Actually, Richard Lynch is a discount Conan villain. He's
great. I love him.
Yeah, he's fucking when you can't get David Bowie or Christopher Walken, you bring in Richard Lynch.
See, even that's too high. No.
He's great in Werewolf.
Yeah, Werewolf is wonderful. I bought the fucking Mystery Science Theater version of that. I laughed so hard watching that
It's
shit.
in my top 3 to 5 favorite episodes.
I remember seeing that on TV when that came out too, and I'm like, wow, this is bad. Whew.
I can't find those. Are getting harder and harder to find now.
The Mystery Science shit. I wish they would just re-release all of it.
I mean, you could download them, I guess, for free. It's fine, but
you can. I mean, there's so much bullshit with the fucking
but I saw
copyrights and everything. Yeah.
Speaking of that, I was watching, just flipping through the channels because I was bored, and I came across, of course, DirecTV Silence of the Lambs was on one of those shitty channels with commercials because it's on every day. They cut out the entire beginning of the Tom Petty song. They cut it out completely.
Yeah,
it cuts.
The laws have made everything so miserable now.
It cuts to him with the night goggles on, looking for Catherine Martin, and it's like you set up that character in those 10 seconds, and now you just completely gutted the movie of any kind of human connection you're going to have with this character for the next hour and a half. Just stupid.
They cut sorry, there's a lot of noise outside here. Everyone just got home. They cut what's his fucking name? They ruined my train of thought right there. From Shawshank, the old guy. Why can't it Brooks?
Oh, Brooks.
Yeah.
TV.
I can't believe that. That makes no fucking sense to me.
That's awful. I would be so mad if they cut that.
That makes no sense. Because at the end of the movie, it says Brooks was here, and so was Red. It's like, well, who was Brooks?
And then sometimes they cut stuff out of movies, and you watch the extras, and you're like, why did they cut that out? In Terminator, there's a whole subplot where Sarah and Kyle go to blow up Cyberdyne. Like they're literally going to go blow up Cyberdyne factory, and they cut that whole subplot out because they show up in a factory at the end of the movie, but they just kind of make it look like they came upon it by happenstance. They were actually on their way to go blow the fuck out of the factory.
Oh, right.
I don't remember that.
They cut that out.
I had no idea.
Only on the Blu-ray and the DVDs do they have the extras. And I'm like, why didn't they put these scenes in? This is great stuff. But, everything used to be about 90 minutes. So
if you have Disney Plus, go look up Marvel's in the Endgame. When he has to throw Black Widow off the thing, she has to sacrifice herself. Apparently, there's a whole action sequence where they show up, like where Thanos' men show up and they fight, and then eventually she jumps off, and they just cut all that shit. I'm like, oh, good.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
It's long.
Well, like T2, Terminator 2, the director's cut is shitty. The original version's so much better. It's like
I remember having a conversation with you, Phoenix, about how TV series are shorter now than they used to be.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to agree with you now. Because like back then I'm like, no, I miss it when these TV shows were like 20, 25 episodes long. You watch like Deep Space Nine, I love the shit out of this show. But there's a lot of episodes where it's like, didn't
filler.
Need that. It just feels like fillers. Like there's one episode where they literally just play a baseball game.
Do you know how fucking episode like Lost would be nowadays? if it was just 13 episodes a year for 6 seasons, it'd be so much better.
If you would have taken Deep Space Nine and cut out the bottle episodes, it would have been so much more like refined. You know what I mean? I'm just like I don't dislike all of them. Some of them are kind of fun, but it's like I want to get back to the fucking Dominion War plot. I'm like really invested in that shit. I have 4 episodes left, and then I'm done with it. It's like I don't want any more distractions. Just take me to that and finish it out, please. You know?
So were you disappointed in the last episode with the whole like Gul Dukat, Ben Sisko fight?
I haven't got that far yet.
I thought you were done with it.
I still have 4 episodes left. Yeah.
Okay.
So I still have 4 episodes left.
Okay.
I don't want to reveal too much, but yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the shit out of it. Yeah. So
sorry.
Far.
1 second, real quick, guys.
The following program contains scenes of violence, nudity, and mature subject matter. Parental discretion is advised.
LIW. Tales from the Crypt.
I don't know what that is.
So, do you guys watch the MST3K The Return?
Which one was that?
I like.
Yeah, I did. I watched it. I enjoyed it.
The one with Jonah Ray.
Yeah,
the one on Netflix.
Yeah,
it has Jonah Ray, Patton Oswalt, and what's her name?
I don't watch that show.
Yeah, Felicia Day. And,
Felicia Day. Yeah, it's all right.
It's good. I'd recommend it. They got more updated jokes. The only problem I have with it, I like all the stuff. I like the bone dudes and all that sort of stuff. They have like they have their crew and they have like bone guys pump liquid and that shoots the movie up to them. It's kind of fun. But the only thing I don't like is that they don't shut up. They talk over the entire movie 1 second after the last guy stops speaking.
They've maximized the jokes too much. That's one thing that was always nice about Bill and them is they always kind of would let you at least know what's going on in the show before snapping a joke. You know,
I can't watch it.
It doesn't ruin it. Dude, I'm a hardcore fan. I have it tattooed on my arm. My whole.
I know.
So I was reluctant as fuck. I didn't watch it until after that season aired. I was like, all right, fine. And I watched it. I'm like, oh, it's pretty funny. I like Jonah Ray. I like him a lot.
He's cool.
But
the dinosaur song was, or the monster song was the highlight for me. That was
the first episode.
The first episode's great. Yeah.
Does Joe Hoskins? I know that from seeing like clips on like the Shout Factory TV channel, he was talking about taking MST live. Like he was taking it on stage. Has he done that yet?
Yeah, that was their farewell tour.
Oh, so it was a farewell tour.
Because Netflix did not renew the MST The Return, so that's
that what it was. Okay,
it's 2 seasons and that's it.
I think 20 episodes between the 2 seasons. That's
and
there's only 6 episodes.
I think a lot of it's just that everybody's just kind of moved over to riff tracks anyway. So I watch those fuckers all the time, and they still make me laugh.
I saw them live a few times. It's good, fun. But I'd say check it out if you're into the show. So I'd say check it out. Just you're not gonna. It's not as good as it used to be, but I didn't expect it to be.
It tried, yeah.
Well, I just have a personal thing with Felicia Day.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of personal things with Patton Oswalt. I used to think he was pretty funny. Like his stand-up stuff was really good. But
did you used to date?
No. But I think she thought I wanted to, and she was very turned off by it. So it's kind of insulting. And I was just saying, I was just trying to be nice. I wasn't asking her out. I was just like, "How are you doing? How are things?" And she's like, "Don't talk to me. Don't ever talk to me. I don't want to talk. Don't talk to me." I was like, "Oh, okay, all right." And I didn't even know who she was at the time.
I didn't know who she was until I saw this. So.
Yeah, exactly. She's
one of those girls that's in dork things.
Yeah.
Supposed to respect her.
But doesn't like dorks. Things. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, she's probably a fucking. Well, she's a bitch.
It's like you don't put somebody in Star Trek that can't stand nerds. You know what I mean? Because it's like you're going to be hounded by nerds for the rest of your life if you sign up for Star Trek. It's a commitment, you know.
Bill Shatner.
You can't be a Bill Shatner. Never go full Shatner ever.
Well, did you watch that? They didn't know when Bill Shatner did it. He didn't know there was gonna be dorks into it until after.
This is true.
Oh shit!
Good life, people. I'm an actor. What's going on over here?
I'm very talented. I'm also a writer and a director of fantastic movies.
Have you read Tech War? It's wonderful. I co-wrote it with a friend.
Don't you remember T.J. Hooker?
Oh,
the Whales movie. Didn't you do that one?
No, God, no. He directed the worst
Nimoy
one.
did.
Leonard Nimoy did the best one.
Yeah,
He
Nimoy did all the
worst
best
one.
ones. Yeah.
No. Fucking Shatner was such a fucking asshole
He did
that
Final
he's
Frontier.
like, I gotta direct the next movie. And he said, fuck, okay, fine. Here, what do you want to do? I want Captain Kirk to meet God. Oh, fuck.
Undiscovered country.
God
What
damn
would
it.
God want with a starship?
What does God need with a starship?
I gotta admit, I know all of those movies, but that one I don't know at all.
It's terrible.
I don't remember anything from it.
It is
My
so
memory-
bad.
It's really it's forgettable. It drags
It's
like
so
a long
bad.
time. Yeah.
Row your boat. There's a whole fucking 10-minute long sequence.
And then
of
all of
teaching Spock-
the TNG movies were terrible too.
Oh, they're
All
pretty
of them.
bad.
They're really
terrible.
bad. Like I loved that show to death, but those movies are
Insurrection is fucking terrible.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
I used to think Insurrection was the worst until I went back recently, like a couple years ago, and rewatched them, and I was like, I respect Insurrection for it held back. It was like it was more like an episode than the other movies were.
Yeah.
And you had the great Tom Hardy. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
that's Nemesis.
I'm thinking Nemesis. I'm
Nemesis
sorry.
shouldn't be watched by anyone.
Insurrection is the one where Data shoots
Yeah.
the mountain and say that they're watching them.
Insurrection is the most Trek episode movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I agree.
Like
Yeah,
that third Star Trek movie that Simon Pegg directed or wrote.
yeah. Star Trek Beyond.
I'll be honest with you. I love Star Trek to pieces. I've seen every single movie in the theaters, but I only love The Wrath of Khan and The Undiscovered Country. Those are the only two I fucking love, and everything else can just I don't care.
No, the first movie's great.
First one's not. It's not terrible. It's just long.
I love it. I love
It's
it.
long. It's boring.
It drags
It's boring.
really bad. Like it's got
Like,
some great moments, but it needs to be edited down to about 90 minutes. Yeah.
I
I
appreciate
like my
it.
sci-fi that way. I like I
yeah.
have one tattoo right here. I like slow.
I was going to say, if you like 2001, then yeah, the first Star Trek is very much
Well,
2001.
then you should fucking love Blade Runner. Blade Runner.
Blade Runner 2049.
That's boring as fuck too.
I
It's
love Blade
boring, but it
Runner.
has nothing to do with like not similar themes or anything. It's just boring.
Sure it does.
Talking boringly. Open the pod.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire over the cusp of Orion,
like
tears
rain.
like tears in the rain. I love. That's how I want to go out. That's how I'm going to go out, like on my deathbed. I'm going to keep saying that line until I die.
Instead of killing Harrison Ford, you just stand there and talk him to death. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep saying, like, oh, wait, I think I'm going to die. I think I'm shutting down. Time to die. And I just go, like, no, I'm fine. I'm okay. Okay.
Like unicorns. Dreamed of unicorns again.
Ridley Scott hates God.
In case you didn't know, Ridley Scott hates God.
We're gonna bring that up every episode.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's appropriate.
People need to know that Ridley Scott hates God.
We watched 313 Spoiled from Tales from the Crypt today.
We hate Tales from the Crypt.
But I would definitely recommend watching The Return for Mr. Science Theater.
This show is fuck.
What else? Oh, I'm watching Castle Rock right now. I'm showing the Girlfriend season 1.
I heard the first season's good. The second season kind of meh.
Yeah, it looks like that. Even though Lizzie Clapham plays Kathy Bates' role from Misery.
Oh, is that Lizzie Kaplan?
Yeah, Annie.
Interesting. Annie Wilkes, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to start any new episode or any new shows until I come back from my trip.
Well, I think it's canceled. I don't think they're bringing it back, are they?
Oh, Castle Rock is already canceled.
I don't know. I can't remember if it was canceled or not.
Season 1, I really enjoy. Hopefully, season 2, I like.
My best friend Brian was telling me that they've got a Lovecraft show on HBO now.
Yeah, I heard it's good. I heard it's tough though.
Yeah,
it's like the first episode's really good, and then you gotta kind of sit for the second or third, and then it gets good again. It's one of those shows.
It looks like they really hit the racism part.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, because Jordan produced it, right? Lovecraft
I think so. Yeah. Well, so it's like, okay, is there any other stories to tell? I mean, come on.
My buddy Brian was telling me about that. I'm like, oh, we're gonna do that again, huh? Gotcha.
Of course, this is coming from three white guys talking.
I mean, I guess that's the way they justify showing a show that's influenced by a really racist writer. So
Well,
If it's
I mean,
good, it's good.
he was of his time though, because technically speaking, he did marry a Jewish woman, but that was for money. And you know, he did have his he kind of recanted on his kind of views of immigrants and things like that, because people change, but you know, you get strung up on what he wrote when he was like 20 years old and angry.
But people will take one aspect of somebody's
Yeah.
life and just judge
Well,
their
sure,
whole
yeah.
their whole being.
I wrote a
on
book
it.
when I was 20 and did a whole video show about it, making fun of myself for how dumb I was.
Was that
So
20 things going to burn in hell?
Yeah, 100 things
Oh.
that'll burn hell. It's just making fun of myself because I had some dumb views. But I also watched Lock and Key season 1 and both fucking seasons of Cobra Kai for some reason.
Oh,
That's a pretty good show. I liked it all right.
I haven't
Cobra
watched
Kai.
it.
Yeah.
I don't have any connection to Karate Kid.
The one thing with Cobra Kai is the thing that people like about it so much is they didn't change the characters to adapt them to modern times. They are the same characters, trying to adjust themselves to modern times, which is how
kind of funny,
you're supposed to do it. So they make a lot of jokes with that. They're the same. You know, one of them's blaring fucking Journey in the car, and everybody's making fun of him for it. You know, that kind of stuff. You know, so I mean,
And that part is the best part of the show.
yes.
The problem I have with it is adapting that cheesy 1980s stuff to modern high schools where all these kids are super into karate and they get like in their gangs almost. And I'm like, this is so unbelievable nowadays.
Yeah, the younger kids are the weakest link. Like they tried to make them interesting, but they're kind of.
I like the main kid. I like his friends. They have a love triangle in season 2, and it's fucking stupid. And they shoehorn a karate tournament in the last episode of season 1, and I was like, they hinted at it like twice, like, oh, the tournament's coming up. I'm like, they're not going to get to that. It's probably season 2. Oh no, it's just in the last episode, and it didn't matter what happened. It doesn't fucking matter.
Mm-hmm.
And season 2 is just like a gang. It felt like a gang movie, like a gangster movie, like Us versus that, like 2 different gangs.
The second season was weaker than the first one.
I like season 2 better.
Oh, did you really? Okay.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that they have the main guy, Johnny Lawrence, kind of has this Willie or Won't-he redemption arc that they kind of play with. And they're not rushing right into it right away, because like he's kind of an asshole and you see why. And I like the fact that they show you that, but he's trying to redeem himself, and every time he does, he kind of fucks up. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like the opposite of Breaking Bad, where it's about a good guy going bad. This is like a bad guy that wants to be good and just can't seem to fucking pull it off.
Are you gonna watch it, Dick?
No.
Okay, so it's just season 1 is Adam. To what Adam was saying, I agree. That was the best part of the show for me, was watching this actor, and it's almost I replaced every time they said karate or karate, anything mentioning karate, I pictured his career. And it was this actor going, I want to keep working. I want to get past the Karate Kid and work. So that was kind of fun for me. And every time he started to be good, something would fuck up. He'd fuck something up. Someone else would fuck it up for him. And that was the best part of the show for me, because I kept waiting for that. And they hinted it enough to keep you satisfied, but they don't give it to you. But then Daniel LaRusso shows up, and he's a fucking dick the entire show.
Yeah, he's kind of a douchebag in this one, and I kind of like that. He's not the goody two shoes. He's had too much success. Yeah,
They're making fat action figures now. It's hilarious.
That's great.
They always have. I have Ghostbusters of Ray.
Well, that's true, but he was just kind of he was a dad bod. This is full on obese character.
Did you see they revealed the 12-inch size?
Oh yeah. Baron
Harkonnen action figure. I'm like, oh, it looks like me except with no hair. Nice.
You should get that black outfit for Halloween and just walk around in it.
It's like full blown bondage. It's from
Stellan Skarsgård.
It's from Dune, Phoenix.
Okay.
The Baron Vladimir Harkonnen.
Though I thought he was supposed to be all CG'd out, but he looks like Stellan Skarsgård just with no hair.
It's gonna be Stellan Skarsgård in a fat suit for sure.
Yeah, it's just like kind of.
There might be some CG with him flying around in a fucking floating suit because that's part of the character. But I like the costume at least. All the costumes in the new movie are pretty legit.
One of the Skarsgård kids is in Castle Rock season 1.
Yeah, it's true. I saw. Yeah,
and Bill Skarsgård was Pennywise. He was great.
Yeah, he was good in the first movie. The second, it was fucking terrible.
Oh, the second It movie.
Oh, I hate it.
It really was bad, wasn't it? Yeah.
I was
I
so.
think they're both bad.
You're not far off.
The first one's good.
I like the first one.
The original TV miniseries is good for a while, but it's my problem with both of them, and I realize it's just the story. It's not the movies. It's
the adult stuff.
The adult stuff is awful.
Yeah,
it's told in the wrong order.
Yeah,
I think it's a good idea, but in execution, it fails every single time.
Yeah. They didn't get it right the second time in. I'm like, oh, what a letdown. You know,
well, and then the
great first movie, second movie's like.
Well, I felt so bad for that actor who was playing Mike. What a throwaway character!
He's
It's like
in the second.
Oh, terrible!
Yeah, they did him dirty, man. They did him dirty.
Just terrible.
Doesn't he get tased, or he gets hit with a cattle prod and he falls over and he's just out of the first movie?
Yes.
Like while they're down the well.
Yeah, and then he comes back magically in the second movie. You're just like, huh?
And also, I got this kind of a problem. It's starting to become a problem with me anyway. Is there's too much emphasis on this Stranger Things dynamic where it's like these kids in the 80s doing 80s things.
Right.
And it's like they're wanting to do that with all the movies now. They're going to do that with the new Ghostbusters. And I'm like,
Did you notice in It Chapter 2, they de-aged the kids?
They look dumb too.
Because
looked really dumb.
The audio was off too. Because their voices.
I don't think they de-aged their faces, did they?
They did
because the kids grew up from the time that they filmed the first one.
And they lost that fat kid lost his weight and it was just weird. It was just like
kids in their early teens, they grow really fast.
Yeah. But it's like, why would you fucking knowing that reshoot the sequence for that scene that has nothing to do with the first movie? It's like, oh, by the way, remember when Ben, who has no fucking history building anything in this movie to be an architect in the future, built a fucking clubhouse for us?
And the girl that I thought was great in the first movie, she was in the Gretel and Hansel movie.
Yeah,
she's awful in that movie, just awful.
She's no Bobby Flay or whatever it is from Stranger Things.
Millie Bobby Brown. She's not good either, man.
I didn't know she was Brit.
Yeah, she's Brit.
I didn't know that.
And Wolfhart's in the new Ghostbusters, isn't he?
Oh, he's getting ugly. You better watch out. He's in that awkward.
They keep shoving these kids in everything, and I'm like, they're not that good. Sorry.
He's going to be. Oh no, he's turning out like that.
No, Haley Joel Osment. You seen that guy recently?
He's embraced it. He's embraced it.
Yeah, he's funny though.
He don't give a fuck. He's great.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, the one that doesn't give a fuck is Macaulay Culkin. I love that guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I love that guy. I love him on Red Letter Media. Oh, he's so good on there.
He's having fun.
Spoiled.
That's right. We're doing a fucking Tales from the Crypt episode.
Anthony LaPaglia is fantastic.
So Janet is married to a doctor who's married to his work. She wants to live her life with passion, danger, and romance like a Fuchsia Monroe, a soap opera character she watches religiously. When her television goes haywire, her friend Louise convinces her to get cable. With her husband unresponsive to her needs, she begins a steamy affair with the cable guy. Lock and Key though was like it felt like a Harry Potter knockoff. It felt like it was made for 14-year-olds.
How long has that show been on the air though?
It's only one season out.
Okay.
It's I'd say watch into that sort of stuff. I don't know if I am, and I still kind of enjoyed it. I'll watch season 2, but it felt like a Goosebumps episode.
Well, Joe Hill is hit or miss for me.
I don't know anything about him.
I've read I'm in the middle of reading Nosferatu, which isn't awful, but I read Heart Shaped Box. It was all right. I don't know. He's kind of very Stephen King-ish because that's his dad. So of course he's gonna sound like Stephen King. So it's just like, and like it fucking pisses me off. All these fucking young writers who are established now saying, well, just because my dad wrote a bunch of bestsellers doesn't mean it was nepotism. I worked hard to get where I'm at. It's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
That's why I'm directing Ghostbusters 3.
Jonathan Kasdan, the fucking son of Lawrence Kasdan, the guy that did Solo. Fuck that movie. That movie is fucked. I fucking hate that movie.
I don't hate it, but I don't care either.
That movie is so boring. Oh,
it's kind of boring.
I've seen it twice and I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you're not missing anything. Nothing happens, Phoenix.
You can't see anything.
It's a series of scenes that have been strung together by Ron Howard.
I don't have any people. I'm alone. Solo thing.
Oh, your name is Han Solo.
Han Lonesome.
Asshole. What were you expecting, asshole?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All the people that don't need a backstory. Han Solo. Nah.
No, I was when they announced that, I was like, "What the fuck are you thinking?"
Here's my analogy.
Why?
Okay? You
Why?
guys, I know all three of us have talked about before. We love the Sergio Leone movies. All right, the
Yes.
good, the bad, and the ugly. The Man with No Name. Imagine if you took the Man with No Name and gave him a backstory. That's what Solo is. All right, take all of the mystery and mysticism out of the fucking character and ruin it. Yeah, just ruin it.
Do you remember when he was in a relationship and then he goes and it felt like he was away for 2 weeks doing missions for Woody Harrelson, and then suddenly his girlfriend has moved and is now branded with some like slave owner, and I'm like, what the fuck? It felt like you just saw her.
And that actress is so boring in everything she's in. Like she's really,
she's not a slave, she's a whore.
oh, she is a whore. Yeah, she's a space whore.
Space whore.
Space whore.
Can you picture a Disney presents
Space whore.
Space whore, and it was just her
I'd
fucking around the galaxy.
I'd see it. I'd watch it.
I'd watch the shit out of that.
I think it'd be pretty good, actually.
Especially if Quark was her pimp, that would be great.
Oh my god!
Would you like to screw her for 4 bars of gold pressed platinum?
Gold pressed platinum.
Let's get those character actors.
She's available. Just saying.
Come on now.
What was his lover's name?
Anthology.
Oh, yeah.
He's Australian.
You mentioned that several times.
I did, because there was nothing else to say.
Okay.
It was the most boring, fuck awful episode I've ever
Guys,
seen.
let's give this 5 minutes at least.
All right.
We've
I thought we
live
did.
for 27 minutes and we haven't talked about it. For a reason.
Talk about what?
Spoiled, episode 313 of Tales from the Crypt. Let's briefly recap the episode. I mentioned I read the synopsis. That's about it. Her and her annoying fucking friend are watching TV, and it was some elderly slut fucking some guy, and her lover shows up, and then he shoots a guy, and she visits him in prison. They prison bang with the guards, just like, you don't see anything. And then she gets the idea she wants to do that with her husband, but he's a scientist, and he has a downstairs laboratory with a red light. And she wants to fuck him, and he won't fuck her. And so she starts to wander a little bit with the cable guy, Anthony LaPaglia, and they fuck. They're disrespectfully fuck, because he tells her at one point,
in the most PG, non-R-rated fashion you can possibly think of. One second they're unbuttoning the clothes, next minute they're buttoning the clothes back up again.
And it's annoying because he's like, you should call the cable guy if it's out. And then the next morning she calls him and he comes home. He's like, why the fuck is he here? And he's like, I'm fixing the cable. Very obvious.
Insert random HBO commercial literally right into it here.
Yeah. And they're like, all right, well, we'll go downstairs. And they go downstairs and she's like, he's in the basement. We should fuck right here on the couch. I'm like, just go back upstairs. The cable box. What? Why are you making it this dangerous? They're begging for the reveal of this episode. I hate this episode.
And who saw that ending coming?
I'm the one that called it. I
please.
fucking called it. I'm like, they're gonna switch their fucking bodies, and that's exactly what the fuck they did. This episode shits the plot in the most laziest fuck awful fashion I've ever seen done. And I'm talking about, I hate Tales from the Crypt. Just shits it out in the last. Well, like I called it, and then it happens, and I'm like, there it is, right there.
Yeah, it was not satisfying in any way. How many times can we say the same shit about every episode? It was 4. I don't
We're
know.
done.
So
We
far,
have to be done.
So far, it's been 24 episodes.
Yeah. And this episode is the worst of them all. I'm going to give it, I don't want to say 3. I'm going to give it a 2.
Wow.
I am also going to give it a 2. 2 for me as well. I think that's being generous. Yeah.
1.732.
So we all give it 2.
There you go.
It's crazy. It deserves it. And it has a 6.4 in IMDb with 554 fucking people.
That's not a lot of people. That's like
we have to give everybody a lesson, though. A lot of people that I know personally have fond memories of this show. You're all lying to yourselves. This is like some
before
This
we
is
get
like
to
some fucking twisted Mandela effect bullshit here that you're convincing yourself that it's something it's not.
I will provide you the top 10 episode list, and we'll go from there.
that. Okay, so we got a couple things on the agenda. So let's finish the plot because there's not much more. It's really just them PG making out, and then it's like all passion, like you see in soap operas. They could have had fun with a soap opera thing.
No. Soap operas are sexier than this.
Yes,
Daytime soap is more risque than this fucking episode.
it's stupid to watch, and you feel stupid for having watched it, and that is so fucking insulting. And I that's a true sentence. Don't you feel stupid for watching this?
I do. That line from Billy Madison, I award you no points and may God have mercy on your soul. It's that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're watching it and you're like, oh, this is dumb. And then you're like, maybe it's going to do this. We came up with so many different better ideas that could have ended, and it never did. And then finally he catches them because obviously they're on the couch in front of his door. The only reason that he got caught is because he didn't press the button because he saved the bunny. I guess he saved. They don't really say what his science is down in the lab. So it looks like a Goosebumps episode. And he comes up and he's like, hey, look at the bunny. And they're like, I want your body. And she's like,
The three of us were literally writing new episodes as we were watching this because we were that bored. We were writing the episode as it was going out. Like, how about they do this? Nope, not going to do that either. All right.
My hope would have been better because I thought it was going to be the people in the soap that she's watching ends up being that they're watching her going, I wish my life was like that. I'm sick of all this romance and like something like that, you know? But no. What was your idea, Dick? You had there was another theory.
Gun.
It did seem like he was going to shoot her because of what happened in the soap opera that she watches.
Yeah, no, I thought, what were we thinking? No, I think someone else had the idea that they were watching their show. It was going to be a reversal.
I said that.
Oh, did you say that? That's all I got. That's all I
We
heard.
had something else, didn't we?
I don't think so.
No, we never came up with anything good.
No.
But-
I think we had the idea that maybe the wife was like an experiment. You know, like she wasn't really a wife. She was just an experiment. Didn't really, I mean, they kind of did a little bit, but not really.
Instead, what happens is he catches them, comes up and is like, ether. So they immediately pass out.
It's a shitty revenge thing. It's another revenge episode. Is what it is.
But the guy was an awful husband, so it's like this is what happens. You reap what you sow, asshole. What were you expecting, asshole?
Well, he's the one
Again,
that gets
no
revenge.
protagonist. Who are
No.
we supposed to root for here? These are
Nobody.
all shitty people.
The
The
bunny.
horny housewife.
The bunny.
The bunny got away as far as we know.
I guess, yes.
But what he does is he takes them down in the basement and he gives them
Kills
little
it
tiny
again.
vials of red or orange, whatever the
Yes.
hell that was. And then he's like, day 15. Everyone's
Yeah.
fine.
And then we talked about Jeffrey Combs for a little bit.
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah, it was good.
Remember Reanimator? That was a good movie.
And now here we are during our review talking about Jeffrey Combs.
Yes.
The guy's great. He's great.
He is a good fucking actor. He's a real good character actor. Like
He makes me
can
laugh
shift.
every single
He's
time.
funny. Yeah, he's funny, but he's sinister as well.
in
Mhm.
Frighteners when he goes, "You're violating my territorial bubble."
Wei Yun in Deep Space Nine is a fantastic villain. He's fucking great. He is.
Oh, he's
like
good.
just really good.
Now you were saying you watched From Beyond not too long ago, or what was it?
Yeah, I've seen From Beyond and I've seen Reanimator and Bride of Reanimator.
No,
I've seen Reanimator. I've never seen From Beyond.
I haven't seen From Beyond either. I think I've seen pieces of it.
It's also Lovecraft. So it's
Well,
you
Stuart-
could have a
Stuart Gordon.
trilogy. You could have
Yeah.
Reanimator, Bride of Reanimator, From Beyond. From Beyond's not related to the first two, but it still feels like it belongs in that universe.
Remind me, what's the guy's name from Dawn of the Dead that's in From Beyond?
Oh God, I can't remember the fucker's name.
The big
He was in
black
Deep
guy?
Space Nine as well. No,
Tom Savini,
no. I know he's in a speedo in From Beyond.
Sex Machine.
But yeah, I've never seen that. But he's great. And then they switch. He switches their. They wake up on the couch and kissy, and they're like, "I don't know, we fell asleep." She's like, "I don't know." And they look down at their bodies, and he switched their bodies, and it's so boring that Dick is falling asleep.
Well, no. Okay, here's the thing. What that reminded me of was, remember back when Sopranos was on?
Yeah.
And Olivia, the mother, died before the second season was done shooting?
No.
Well, that happened.
I
And
still
what
love
the-
Sopranos.
what they did was they had a scene where they CGI'd her head over another body because it was like shot later, and you can see it was like a bad CGI float. And that's what that reminded me of because they had the switch bodies. And I just thought about, oh, it's Olivia from The Sopranos. That's where they got that idea from HBO to do that. It's pretty funny.
The reason I stopped watching season 1 like 3 times because I tried to watch Sopranos is because of the mother character.
Oh yeah, she passed away like before the.
I
the
hate
actress.
My shot.
They weren't going to write. They weren't
hat.
going to write her out, but she died. So
well, I guess she was supposed to be like the fucking crux of that show.
Yeah,
she was supposed to be like the major character. That's why, like the second season, they kind of go forward on another tangent because that was going to be season 3.
Yeah, she was like the secret villain.
Yeah. Which I mean, it was a bad deal, and now poor James Gandolfini's gone too.
You know, R.I.P. buddy. Like that nowadays is that Animal Kingdom show.
I saw the movie.
It's not that Joel
Kinnaman,
Joel Edgerton movie.
Yeah, it's not. I think it's based on that movie, but it's not the movie. It's not the same thing.
It looks. If it wasn't on like ABC or something or
TNT,
I'd be like, yeah, let's watch it. But then again, I like The Sinner, and that's on USA. So
which one's that?
Jessica Biel in the first season. It's a Bill Pullman show.
Oh,
it's good.
Oh,
Bill Pullman's great in it.
There's a USA has shows.
Yeah, and it's like made for streaming, so it's not like all USA'd. Where it's,
okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's good. I definitely want watching it.
No,
skip season 3.
It's not that long.
This episode of Tales from the Crypt was also another one of those where the Crypt Keeper bits have nothing to do with the episode that we're watching. Again.
They only had 2 puns in the beginning and 4 in the outro.
And a great hole-in-one joke.
Yeah, do you want to describe what the intro-outro was, Dick?
Not really. Golfing. He was golfing. It was like Bob Hope jokes. He was doing a Bob Hope sketch.
So he had a skull with a ball in the eye socket, and he's saying, I made a hole in one. Or he's like, this is my caddy, Juan. I made a hole in one. And we're like, wow, that was a 6 miles away from where you started that. You went way out of your way to do that joke. It's so unnecessary. And then, so, like that space introduction where he's in the capsule and he's shooting off. We're like, here, where's the space? So this time we're going, all right, golfing. Here we go. Golf. No, soap operas. Anthony Paglia and her switch bodies. Comes back and he's golfing some more. And we're like, what the fuck did that have to do with anything? They just came up with ideas and then shot them and not thinking about what the script was.
And they also repeat these ideas because there's another body switch episode that Arnold Schwarzenegger directed.
And have you noticed that these shows too, like every episode, everybody's chewing the scenery, but nobody's good at it?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody's like really overdoing it. And it's like, no.
So at this point, we've watched, and this is our next topic that we'll get to now. Fuck Tales from the Crypt.
Thank you.
We've watched, this is our 24th episode. We've watched 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 second. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 episodes of the actual Tales from the Crypt. 16 out of 93, I think there is. Fuck this show. I really want to like it, and I feel bad because people are like, I love this show growing up. This episode's so scary. I'm like, where the fuck are these episodes? Where are they? Do they exist? Dick has a theory that my bingo hopper's haunted, which I can't disagree.
I agree with that theory. I also
that whole only sin, only skin, the debacle that happened. I can't disagree, but so he came up with a list of 10 episodes that we're going to watch for episode 26, and we'll get to that in a minute here. But I really want to like this show. There's a reason I started a podcast about Tales from the Crypt. Is because I was like, I haven't seen that show since the 90s, since the mid 90s. So let's go. I want to watch them again because I remember liking it a lot. I remember having a good time watching it. Now I realize it's because it was the early 90s and I was dumb as fuck. It's not because it's a good show. It's because I was stupid. I was a stupid human being. And I feel stupid now going, those memories are good. I'm not a nostalgia guy at all. but I fucking hate my younger self. I want to go back and kick my 8-year-old ass right now.
That's what I was thinking when we had our little break in between our Patreon bit and this live stream. I was thinking, there's shows that we liked when we were kids that like, oh, you would have fond memories of those because they were on. Doesn't necessarily mean they were good. Would you honestly sit and watch, like I'm going to show my age here, but you can't do that on television, Nickelodeon, all right? Actually, any Nickelodeon TV show for that matter. Can you honestly see your adult self sitting through an entire episode of that and not being bored?
No.
This is one of those examples. It's like you had fond memories because there just wasn't a wide variety of things to consume. So now you have, here's the genre thing of the week, and you watched because there was nothing else.
Well, two things there. This is HBO. It's not TV. It's HBO.
Right.
So this was the expanse of the three basic networks.
You paid money to watch this. You paid extra money on top of your bullshit cable bill to watch this crap.
Because once in a while they said fucking should have titty. And that was it.
Not very often. How many episodes have we heard them say fuck? Once in a while they show a titty, but they don't swear much in this.
They swear more than they show titty.
I don't think I remember seeing a titty.
No, not that you've been on. It wasn't until like episode 5 or 6 that we saw titty.
One of the painting episodes.
One of them was a dead body. We had that.
Okay.
And that was just Pete and I. We had a dead body titty. And then we had nudity in a different episode. But yeah, nothing there. And they swear, but I don't. We have to put ourselves in 1989 mentality where people aren't used to hearing swearing. So an HBO show that appealed to the adult audience that sometimes had sex and swearing and violence was different than what they were getting. So I kind of appreciate that, but that only goes so far. The story is fucking stupid in this episode. This is the worst episode we've done.
And I mean, this is 91, so this is like 2 years away from X-Files.
Yes.
So TV dramatically changed in 2 years because X-Files was wonderful right out of the fucking gate. I mean, it at least for me anyway. I thought just the pilot was great. I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I wanted right here.
I probably watched this episode as a kid, and I was bored as a kid. This episode isn't fun for anybody.
But also at the same time, Star Trek Next Generation would have been on, and some of those episodes are more scarier than this. And that was a very PG-safe primetime TV show. So here's this R-rated cable TV show that's neither scary nor funny, nor entertaining.
HBO in itself.
I think that was my favorite part of the episode.
My favorite part was all the Jeffrey Combs talk.
Yes.
When the credits started rolling, that was pretty cool.
So I really want someone to send us a rebuttal about why they like it in audio format so we can play it and listen to them. Because I'm not saying you're stupid if you like it. I'm saying I feel stupid for liking it as a kid. If you like it, it's fine. Like whatever you want to like, but I just don't get it.
I think it's just the luck of the draw of these episodes. I think if we see the 10 episodes that
it's unbelievable though, because you can't, it's like we've watched 24 some episodes now, and in 24 we've seen 3 that we weren't completely offended by.
3 out of the 16 of actual Tales from the Crypt that we've done.
Fuck. The best one was the movie Demon Night.
The best one was Yellow.
That was fun.
And that wasn't even a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Exactly.
And we established that Yellow was not a Tales from the Crypt episode.
This is true. Yeah.
So that means 2 out of 15. Minus the movie, so 2 out of 14. 1 out of 14. Yeah. 1 out of 14. That's what that means. If we get rid of the movie and Yellow, which is not a Tales from the Crypt episode, 1 out of 14. That is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So, what Dick did was narrow it down to a list of 10 for episode 26. So next week is Amazing Stories 214 Blue Man Down. Yes. I've never seen that show. I'm curious.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Tales from Dark Side. So
yeah.
Well, better than that. It's Spielbergy. Let's just put it that way. This is a very Spielberg show.
Well, like I said, I want to watch the one with Mark Hamill, but I couldn't pick it because I had to go through the record. So it's probably a shit episode. We're all going to hate it. So I'm going to go on record saying it's going to be shit.
Fuck that bingo ball. Just set it on fire. To do it for like a Patreon episode, just burn it slowly and we'll watch it burn.
Next time you can choose whatever episode you want because we're giving you full reins for next week for episode 26. So
yeah.
It was the 10. I almost don't want to hear them. I just want you to pick one.
I will.
Just surprise us.
I'll just send you the title in the chat and go from there. You just download it.
I'll be surprised.
No, I have them all. Just when we go live in 2 weeks.
Okay, I'll just tell you.
And we'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll just tell you the name. Yeah,
it'll be a mystery to even us.
Yeah, because I'm not even going to do the John Levis one yet. I'll do that one later. I want to do the one with Kyle MacLachlan first. I think that one will be a good start.
Okay.
I think that's a decent start.
The sleeper has awakened.
Yes, just for Dune.
Long live the fighters!
I was in Showgirls.
Yeah, I like Showgirls. I do. I like that movie. It's terrible, and I like
that
it.
weird fuck scene in the pool where she has like an epileptic fit on his dick. That's a weird scene.
He definitely broke his dick because pool sex is dry. It's actually
every
dry.
girl that's ever been in a children's TV show always does this. They have to prove that I can be a whore so that I can shake my goody two shoes image and let people know that I'm an adult now, aka Miley Cyrus.
Oh yeah.
What the hell was Lisa Turtle's sex movie then? I had a bigger crush on her.
Lindsay Lohan.
Lake Voorhees was her name, I think.
Lake Voorhees.
What's her name?
I don't know. I thought Lisa Tuttle was her name.
Alyssa Milano.
Oh shit, yeah.
She had a couple of
them. Denise Richards.
Yeah.
Her name is Lark Voorhees. Sorry.
Lark Voorhees.
Yeah. I was off by one letter.
Wow.
Yeah. Lark Voorhees. I had a bigger crush on her than Jessie.
Wow. I don't think I ever watched that show all the way through because I couldn't handle Screech.
Yeah, it's bad.
I was sophisticated as a child. I didn't watch that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that shit. I watched Tales from the Crypt and thought it was great.
We're all dumb too.
Oh God!
Remember that TV show War of the Worlds? I think one of you guys used to watch that, right?
Oh God!
I think this podcast is slowly gonna become just titled "Never Go Back."
Yeah, it needs to.
Slowly getting there.
You need to make a new logo. You need to just have a big question mark with a head with a question mark on it.
You have the MASH theme play over it because the suicide is painless.
There you go.
Bring that back. That'd be wonderful.
I don't think it's painless. This is so fucking painful.
Yeah, it's pretty painful.
Suicide is pain. And just cut it out awkwardly.
Yeah.
Pain. Beep.
Anthony Lapoli is from Australia. That's it.
You know, Pete has an intro on his show now where it's the HBO movie theme. Like, remember the old HBO movie theme playing? And then it's Brie Larson's face just going from fucking Captain Marvel over top of it.
Wow. God, stay with you with us. She's the worst human being, but my God, is she insanely hot. There's something about her. I don't know. Something about that bitch.
Nah.
She just, I don't know. I don't understand it.
I wouldn't fuck her with your dick.
That's fine. Dick the Crypt.
I have, and I've always said this, zero opinion on her.
It's probably a good way to go.
Don't care either way.
She was good in the Room.
Yeah.
Room was good. She was good in what's the Scott Pilgrim?
Kong Skull Island.
Yeah, she was all right in that.
She's barely in it. That's why I like her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's a John C. Reilly movie for me.
That is
a John C. Reilly movie for sure.
Movie.
Absolutely.
He's in his own movie in that one.
He's having fun in that movie. You could tell they just went and go. He's like, "What's the script?" Just go, man. Okay.
I'm going to kill you in your sleep tonight.
What did he say? He said they're skull people, or what was the line where he goes, they're skull monster or
skull crushers. Yeah,
skull crushers. Do they look like skull? Not really.
Sounded cool.
It
sounded cool, but now it's weird. Now you made it weird. I can't
yeah.
It's fun. It's a fun movie. It's I like my movies like that where it's cheesy and it's self-aware.
I like the fact that it's a monster movie and you can see what the fuck's going on the whole time.
Yeah,
like it's clear as daytime. It's like even the Transformers movies could never get that shit right. You know, it's like
Godzilla. You're like, I think what am I looking at here?
Ugh.
What's up?
Well, fucking Godzilla King of the Monsters wasn't much better. Everything's fucking pitch black. I'm like, oh, we're back to this shit again? Fuck, what a letdown.
Didn't watch those.
You missed nothing.
I don't need any more Godzilla. No, thanks.
No, they're kind of just meh.
I like the fact that the Japanese got upset because the new Godzilla is so fat. They're pissed off. He's a lethargic, fat.
Well,
American
that's because they were
lizard.
before they were pissed because he was so thin. They made him a giant raptor in the fucking first movie, and then, they were pissed about that. So then they made him swole, and they're like, "You're too fat." I'm like, "Well, all right, fine. Put the guy back in the suit again. Have it your way. Have it your fucking way. We don't care." They still make those with the fucking guy in the suit. They still do that shit.
Go watch your anime and shut up.
Right? I don't know.
I can't.
Like from Japan about anything.
I try to give anime a shot. I just can't do it. Like I respect it, but
I saw one that I liked. I realized why I liked it. It was Robotech, the Macross Saga. I liked that one a lot. And about halfway through when I was watching it, I realized I was watching Battlestar Galactica. It's the exact same thing. It's
Death
the same
good.
fucking story. Yeah.
I like Death Note.
yeah, I didn't see that one.
It's fun.
Yeah, I need to see Akira just because everyone talks about how
I tried.
Akira's amazing. It's so amazing, bro.
I got bored with it in like the first 30, 40 minutes. I'm like, nah, turned it off.
100D.
Vampire Diaries was fine. And Cowboy Bebop was actually not terrible. I like Cowboy Bebop. I thought that was fun. You know how I watched Cowboy Bebop? With Michael.
Oh, really?
Because he had all of them. Remember his DVD collection was mostly like the most ridiculous, pretentious DVDs ever.
You watched that out of his collection? I watched like Pink Floyd Live from Pompeii. And
yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
He had a good collection.
He had some stuff.
If you're into non-American filmmakers.
Oh, yeah. That's why he lives in Holland now.
Yeah.
He wanted
America.
He's a born expat, eh?
Michael Bad.
Stay out of my country there, buddy.
Whatever happened to John Woo? What happened to him?
Oh God, maybe China put him in a camp.
Chow Yun Fat won't call him back, so he's done.
What happened to Chow Yun Fat?
Same.
He's gone too.
I have no idea.
He's not a cop, a 12-year-old boy.
Are you Werner Herzog?
That was Replacement Killers.
That was so Chinese sounding.
Well, I think Chow Yun Fat was going for an accent that wasn't his. Werner Herzog
is directing. He's still directing. Just the Crossing and the Crossing 2, which are Chinese movies.
Oh yeah.
He's got a new movie coming out called Septet: The Story of Hong Kong.
Well, he don't give a fuck. He probably makes fucking $20 million just doing Chinese movies.
His last American movie was Paycheck in 2003.
Oh my God!
What's Red Cliff and Red Cliff 2?
Red Cliff was his big epic. Yeah, that was a big one. But that was Chinese.
He did, Paycheck. That was his last American movie.
Wow, that's crazy.
Years ago.
Ugh. He made the worst Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah. The only one I don't want to watch again. I like all of those movies except that one.
With Lip Biscuit?
Why you
want to hate me?
Why you want to hate me?
That was perfect timing, guys. You guys please get together and do a Fred Durst song.
You guys have got to watch The Fanatic. It's streaming everywhere. That movie's fucking hilarious.
Moose is in the house. Moose is in the house.
Poppycock.
It is embarrassing. It's like John Travolta is a fucking joke.
Here's the thing. John Travolta was supposed to be in Forrest Gump, and he turned that down. And now he's trying to recreate that chance that he blew, and he tried doing that with a fucking movie directed by Fred Durst. And he's miserable in it.
I have a 6 degrees of Fred Durst right now because Mission Impossible 2 had Limp Bizkit song in it. John Travolta has worked with both of those people.
Yeah.
He worked with Fred Durst, we were just talking about, and he's also in Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
So
Face
There's
Off.
that.
Yeah.
This is the kind of info you get in a show that's supposed to be about Tales from the Crypt.
Fuck Tales from the Crypt.
Dick the
Fuck
Crypt.
His show is a lie. Just don't bother with it.
Dick the Crypt.
Just watch Demon Knight and you'll be good.
You'll be fine. And
I can't wait for 2 weeks and when you give us your favorite episode.
Fucking read the comic book. It's probably more entertaining than this.
It's about the same.
Stupid.
That's the thing, though. Also, the comic, like if you read like the comic and the episode, they're pretty fucking similar. It's like a Zack Snyder adaptation. It's cut and paste.
How do you have a show that's 30 minutes long and you're bored for about 25 fucking minutes of
Except
it?
the giant squid octopus, whatever it was.
Yes, except that.
Man.
I don't know, Adam. But this episode was 28, half an hour.
It felt like 2 hours.
It felt like hours. And I was like, how are they going to, they still have not talked about the husband does, and they just ram it in at the end, just like.
Just shit the plot out at the last 5 minutes. Like, really? That's the plot, huh? All right.
Here would have been a better ending if he had their bodies on the gurneys downstairs and he just took a big shit on both their chests. I would have thought that was a better ending.
This script felt like it was written in between jobs on somebody's bathroom break. Like he just went on his lunch break, sat in the bathroom, wrote this fucking script out on a piece of toilet paper, filmed this. And
there's a Coke break.
It ends with two people getting their body switched. Ooh, spooky, spooky.
Don't steal my spooky.
I thought it was a Community thing. I'm sorry.
The show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his line.
Oh.
No, you're fine. I was fucking with you.
Spooky.
It's not even a spooky in this episode, though.
No, it's not funny. It's not spooky. It's dumb.
And that's why I said I
dull.
I'll just say fuck this episode. Which
I don't think even drugs would have made this good.
All three of us talking about random nonsense. This episode still felt like hours. That didn't even help. It's crazy how bad this episode is. I want someone to defend it so we can make fun of them next week. Please.
Well, shit. Good thing Jensen wasn't here. He would have killed himself.
Oh, yeah.
He's already on the
rotting.
edge. Yeah, he's on the edge
watching him
now.
slowly rot on the air, like he's just dying a little bit.
Good thing he missed this episode.
It's part of my prank where I slowly steal his soul.
Man, just like what's his name? Emilio Estevez, the other brother.
Joe Estevez,
Soul Taker.
I've seen Cannibal Holocaust. Okay, like part of me died when I watched that, but at least that was not boring. This is fucking terrible boring.
Yeah,
I would rather feel hatred than that dread where you're like, I just want you to be done with me. Can you be done so I can move on with my life? That's
Stop talking.
That was basically the explanation for Nazism in the 40s. Just I was so bored. I wanted to hate more.
This was the most for a show that revolves around sex. It was the most PG,
violence,
non-bonerific sex scenes looped together on a continuous fucking loop I've ever seen.
The show is on HBO. It sells itself on three things: sex, violence, language.
And it has none of that.
She kind of shows up in a kind of see-through negligee in a laboratory, like a Goosebumps episode laboratory, which is the least sexy location. And then she fucks the least sexy man who looks like a Baldwin brother in this episode.
Whoa. We're going to have some words exchanged here.
You in the laboratories? I'm sorry.
Laboratories and La Paglia.
He's Australian.
He's Australian. Back off. He's got the thunder from down under. And you wouldn't even know it because you think he's a WAP.
He's listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th on this. I
saw that. Yeah. That's funny.
He's great. And we were talking about Empire Records for a while. He's in So I Married an Axe Murderer. He's in Annabelle
Creation,
where he gets full, like, his fingers all bent because he's holding a gun or a cross.
Does he die in that movie? I didn't see the whole thing.
He's the first death in the entire movies.
Oh, is he really?
Conjuring 1, 2, and then like all the rest.
Really?
First death.
Huh.
Empire Records is what I would define as a guilty pleasure because it's
I
like
that movie.
I know that movie's stupid. It doesn't have much of a plot. It's very much a product of the 90s, but God, Liv Tyler was so fucking gorgeous.
And it's
The
about
memory
Amoeba
was so
Records,
good.
right?
Yeah, and just everybody in that in
No.
I grew up in that time period. I knew all that music, you know what I mean? So I connected with it, you know. And so when you watch it, it's like a time capsule movie, you know. It's I love it. I do.
I watched it a lot growing up.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever watched it.
I don't know where it was shot.
It's like a rite of passage to jerk off to Liv Tyler.
I think
New Joy.
it's based on I think Amoeba Records existed in New York first, and then now it's gone. LA, it's gone now.
Well, I used to work in a music land in a Sam Goody, so I can connect with some of the shit that they were doing in there too.
Sam Goody, my God.
I was a
You
shift
want to pay
supervisor.
$27 for a CD you can buy for $12 anywhere else.
Exactly.
Sam Goody.
I was working at Sam Goody when the Spice Girls were the thing, all right? Back when people bought cassette singles still.
When you used to go to the mall to Sam Goody and FYE.
My favorite was when they would close the schools because the weather's too treacherous to drive the kids to school in the buses, and the mall's somehow full of fucking teenagers. They all found a way to get there. Yeah,
the fucking mall rats.
Where else are you gonna buy your New Radicals album?
For $35.95.
New Radicals, New Bomb Turks.
The reason I picked that is because their music video is shot in the mall too.
If you want to get Pete going, just say anything about Candlebox and he'll fucking fight you. He's like remember that Candlebox album?
It's a good album.
Okay. If you say so.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Next week, Amazing Stories 212, I want to say. Blue Man 214. Blue Man Down.
All right.
I don't know what it's about. I think it's about cops going off the title, or it's about the Blue Man Group going down.
I'm just happy it's not Tales
Either
from the
way.
Crypt. I'll watch anything but Tales from the Crypt.
It's going to be let me check real quick while we're here to see the length of the episode. 22 minutes. Okay, so it's going to be shorter.
Cool.
Okay. So
it's only 22 minutes?
Yeah.
I thought Amazing Stories were an hour long.
No, I don't think so. I think when they used to show them on TV, there'd be like an hour's worth of commercials and then 22 minutes worth of show.
Or maybe
Steven Spielberg. Yeah.
Oh, you know, you're right. I think they did hour-long specials, but they were usually half an hour.
Probably 2 episodes.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, we'll do that next week, and then the week after, Dick's gonna pick. We're Dick pick. Did I say?
Dick pick. You said Dick pick.
He's gonna pick his Dick and favorite episode, and for Tales from the Crypt, and we're gonna judge him harshly. Adam, are you ready for that? I am.
That's fine. I can accept it. I'll accept it.
We're not gonna pull any punches. That's all there is to it.
I think honestly, these top 10 are going to change your mind because they're dark, they're fucked up, and it's violent. And I remember them being violent and fucked up and really kind of twisted. And I rewatched them recently, so I know they're not 90s nostalgia talking.
Just don't watch them again before we do.
No, I'm not. Oh fuck no, I can't do it.
Put it this way, all right. I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to be like fucking Mike from Red Letter Media with the Star Trek references, but every Star Trek TV show that I love, the first season is always the worst, always, because it takes them a while to get the characters straightened out and the stories. There's still more better episodes in the first season of Deep Space Nine than all of Tales from the Crypt that I've watched so far. And that's saying something.
The Crypt Keeper is better in season 1, which is fucked. Yeah, no puns that one episode.
They were trying to make him scary. Yeah.
What a fucking miserable failure this show is in every level.
Thank you.
Every level. I can't believe we're at this place. And I was in denial for a while, but I had
you were.
But Dick was that little Dick angel on my shoulder going, "What up?" And we'll find out.
It gets better.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
So, LIWstudios.com for me. If you want to send us your excuses for liking the show, LorryTwinga1lane@gmail.com. We'll make fun of you on the next episode.
So call us whatever the fuck you want. We don't care.
Oh, I don't. How negative you want to be about us not liking your fucking episode of your show? That's fine.
Just no physical abuse comments. No, that's fine. You can do that too.
Yeah, so get a hold of us and threaten our lives and you know.
Yeah, I don't care about that. That's fine.
And I just want to hear how you justify liking the show. But anyone else want to do plugs?
Raiders of the Lost Flicks. I'm everywhere. RaidersOfTheLostFlicks.com, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagrams, all that.
I'll just be the barnacle on your guys' podcast for the next like 6 months.
Okay.
Works.
That works.
We'll scrape him off every once in a while.
Help me!
Get back on there.
I'm here.
Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Man, Wilcox.
Dick the Crypt.
The gang member or
Yes, I
I'm
am
a
Dick the
blood. I
Crypt.
don't know if we can be on the show together.
Hashtag
Uh-oh.
fuck Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, this doesn't work on.
So it says duck.
It looks like you're holding about a dozen donuts. you got one of those little package of
Little
donuts.
beanies.
Little
crumb
fucking
cake donuts, motherfucker.
donuts.
Delicious and shit.
That's what we do in the street.
Sup?
Bye, citizens.
Bye.
We rolling dough.
Fuck Tales from the Crypt.
We rolling in the dough, mate.